Hi, welcome back to ReciReads. I am Maricia, aka Reese, here on my channel where you are welcome. Everyone is welcome. Immediately during my meditation today, I heard, who are you giving accessibility to? Who has access to you? Who? Who are you allowing in your space? And how is it shifting your life? You, the steadiness, the path, you. And I had to sit with that for a second because I think that has been the lesson that I've had to learn over the last almost 40 years of my life is, who am I giving access to? Right? And am I discerning this thing correctly? Or am I putting myself in a line of fire for the sake of nostalgia, time, maybe knowing that person 10, 20 years, maybe at one point you were good and, things were amazing. But now things have changed, and here we give ourselves permission to evolve, and we use pattern recognition, and we use our intuition to guide us to the highest, best timeline for us. And one of those things is you're being guided to a new place and transition in any place. Is that a lot of times, even when you're getting ready to move, I moved to New York a couple of months ago, and I just had to throw away a lot of stuff. I came back to Chicago, threw a lot of stuff away, right? It's this idea that, like, as you transition and move into another place, people, places, and things, everything can't go. There's limited space, there's limited time, and everything cannot come. So I was thinking about that message and how it relates to the people, places, and things that, and not even just people, places, or the people that's called to this video, the people that is called to this message. I've already prayed, I've already asked the divine to let this find whoever this needs to find in the time that you need it the most. And I want to tell you that a lot of times we are allowing people to have access to us who do not deserve it. They do not deserve it. They don't. You are giving access to people who have ulterior motives. They have ulterior motives, boo. They do. Some of them want your life. Some of them want to be like you. Some of them are angry or upset because you don't have to go along with the crowd, like you're always been used to doing your own thing. And in a world where people are accustomed to groupthink, following the crowd, and not necessarily being content or okay with following something blindly. I think all of us have had times where we follow things blindly. Me, religion, at some point of my life, and just, adults or people who I thought should have my best interest, but realized that they, not necessarily bad people, but their experiences, their projections were their own, and my life was my own. And Spirit was like, ask the collective, who you giving access to? Who have you been led to not just cut off, but cut off, not go back to? And this doesn't have to be synonymous to people, right? It can be places, it can be habits or things, perspectives, thoughts that we have. What or who are you giving access to? And when you begin to think about that, you can kind of see where, if you're an observer like me, an observer of your thoughts, reflective practitioner, that comes from years of being an educator, by the way. And you find yourself realizing that maybe letting this person back in, or it's something always happen, okay? And so Spirit is leading me to tell you, like, ways in which, like, you kind of know that people are, or people, places, and things no longer resonate with you, right? A great experience is that, is like, I remember someone who I met at like a previous job. If you don't know, I've spent 18 years into education. And I met someone after coming back from a long time of isolation, or just a period of being by myself. And anyway, everything was all good. And I considered this girl a friend. This person was a friend. And someone that I truly valued and respected. And it felt good to be understood. I would never shit on the relationship. I moved with genuine intentions. I didn't move with the preconceived notion that this person had an ill will or just had an ulterior motive towards me. And one of the ways in which I had just had multiple times, and every time I went against my discernment or my intuition, it would cost me greatly. And in this case, like, I knew our relationship was coming to an end. Almost I met this person back in 2017, 2016. So we're talking about almost 7, 8, 9 years of, being colleagues, also partners in, work and purpose work and all of these things. And one of the ways in which I knew that this person was, I never just felt like settled, right? There would be like, I would be in this person's presence, then I would go back home, and then I would be like, I would get sick. I'd feel I'd get sick. And because I wasn't in tune with my body, I didn't pay close attention to what Spirit was trying to teach me about this situation and about this person. And I am a person who had to learn this. I learned late, so you can learn early. I always tell people this. And so much of my learning had to come from painful situations. And I would be moving with pure intentions of love, grace, and mercy. I love these people because for me, when I love, I am protective. I don't play about people that I love. Like, it is an intense thing that I am unapologetic about. And so I would get sick around this person. And I remember, I'm a part of a sorority. I remember one time we went out and I had a great time. And then we ended up going to like an after party. And I knew that I knew that this person who I considered my friend was like talking shit about me to, someone that was her friend and someone I also considered, a friend. And I'm watching them low key laugh at me or just like make fun of me in a way. And it was in that moment that I knew that like we were not necessarily friends. I knew then that the course of this relationship has, it had changed. It had met its course. And so I remember leaving there, going back to my apartment, and I ended up spending time or talking to this person for a very long time. And when I went back into my house, it was like my niece's birthday. So it was around like October-ish, sometimes November-ish. And it was my niece's birthday, and I'm supposed to go and see her. And I remember like after being around this person, I was extremely sick, drained, coughing, hadn't been sick, hadn't had a cold. I was totally fine. Came out of this person's presence completely sick. And I know some of you are like, Maricia, is it that serious? Yes, it's that serious. It is that serious that you love yourself enough to be mindful of what and who you're giving yourself, that you're giving people accessibility to. You are that important. You are worthy. You are worthy. And again, pay attention to how people make you feel. If you feel nervous in your stomach, if you feel like you can never rest, then there's something there. There's something in this person's presence that you don't feel comfortable in. So today I asked Spirit, who are we giving access to? And I'm going to pull a couple of cards. Immediately, I saw like a player card. So some of us are giving people, if this is relationship, There is someone who is giving a masculine, a man energy. This person is very much so non-committal. You know this, you have proof of this, but instead you continue to give access to this person. It's like no matter what they do, or like no matter how far they've like dragged you, you continue to go back. And I'm reminded like of every time you do that, you're giving your power away. This person is a player. They are not serious about you, right? They have other options, multiple options, and they are playing, okay? Spirit, tell me what else. What are we giving access to? Who are we giving access to? What are we giving access to that needs to be closed off or guarded better? You have to guard yourself, right? Guard yourself. Yeah. Look at that. We're giving fear access, okay? We're giving fear access, the fear of being wrong, the fear of choosing wrong, because that comes from not trusting in ourselves. So there's the spirit of fear here that we are. I'm picking up on the energy again around a lack of trust and belief in yourself and choosing wisely. Maybe in the past, like you've chosen friendships or jobs or certain situations that just didn't work. And now you're like, do I trust myself now? Do I trust myself to choose better? Spirit is saying yes, you do, because there are some lessons that you've learned that you don't want to repeat. All right, so we giving, oh, look at that. Spirit don't play. Access. Doors open, okay? We are giving people access. This is confirmation. We are giving people access that no longer deserve to have access. They no longer deserve to have access to you. There in this deck, there's a card. There's somebody that you may be connected to that might be in cahoots with a darker alliance. Not everybody walks into the light. Some people who experience darkness or maybe don't experience anything, it's a choice. Yeah, there is exposure, bear, reveal. Somebody wants to reveal something about you. You've given someone, this is access, or there could be a masculine energy who's feeling like you've given someone access to you and now you feel extremely vulnerable or exposed in a way. Vulnerability is good, but what I'm picking up here is not the comfortable vulnerability. It's the vulnerability that comes with like strings attached, or it's going to be weaponized against you. Access. There could be where it may be giving access to medication, certain addictions, certain patterns, certain belief systems. Thinking negatively can be an addiction. Sometimes, when you're used to suffering, you could be in a situation where you give way to, you create situations so you can suffer because that's what you feel comfortable in. I'm seeing a Libra energy here. Spirit said that Libra, but the shadow side, I'm hearing like being indecisive. So someone is giving access to being indecisive, not making a decision, prolonging a decision. Someone is giving someone access. If you're in a relationship, you got a third party. Someone's opened up the door to someone's opened up a door to like a third party or someone that's blocking a relationship. This is somebody married. I'm hearing 5 to 10 years been married. I'm hearing college sweethearts. But somebody has given access to, there's a woman in the background. So there's a masculine energy that probably gave access to someone, a woman who is really trying to break up what maybe you thought wasn't a spiritual relationship, but it really is a spiritual relationship. Okay. So it is time for you to kind of let that go. Spirit's saying, you know who it is. This person is causing a lot of strife. Somebody has given somebody has also given someone, and it's a lot of you guys. Relationships is the biggest factor in this collective. situationship. Someone is giving someone, the ability to play mind games with them, questioning, gaslighting, someone who, says one thing but does another one, someone who projects, someone who says one thing and does another. Like, you can be talking about something that they've done to make you feel uncomfortable, but instead they pull these mind games on you instead of it, taking accountability or hearing you out. This mind game could be also the person that is trying to interfere in a block a relationship. Someone is allowing someone that you perceived as a role model, someone who gave you guidance when you needed it, and they were very much so a blessing to you, and so you've given them access to you, but maybe like the things that you now believe no longer aligns, and so maybe you might be afraid to assert this. I'm picking up on like job. There's something with work and business, and then there is I saw the parent card in here as well, so there is definitely it's giving a role model. This could be a parent or a sibling or someone that, it's just very important for you to, what I hear, be willing to confront your own beliefs in the absence of someone in a position of authority. That's so good. Be comfortable or even uncomfortable with deconstructing ideas, thoughts about people who we see as role models. Because what holds true yesterday may not hold true for what tomorrow may bring, okay? I don't intend to make this video long, but again, there's some people that's giving, I'm just hearing access, fear. There's access to mind games and relationships, and Spirit is saying it is heavily connected to the people. There's also some places, workspaces I'm picking up on where there's a lot of like people that's there with, that they're okay with like not operating in integrity. I heard Spirit say. It says you may have integrity, but these people do not. Someone is given access to a copycat energy. Someone who wants to know where you get everything from, how you wear your hair. Like, they just want to know everything about you. It's nothing wrong with it. It is. You got to be careful. Just that you need to discern what is this person's intention, right? Sometimes you do have to gatekeep as a way to protect yourself. Spirit is saying he wants our collective, this collective, to move as if you have an exclusive experience, that experiencing you is an exclusive thing. I am not, Spirit said exclusive. You're an exclusive thing. You're exclusive. Anything that's exclusive, this is caution and warning. There's danger here. If we don't pay attention to what we're giving access to, then you open yourself up to suffering and sabotage that the divine never intended for you to carry and have. What else, Spirit? Close us out. Let me pull from my junk you deck. Something is very toxic, and there's transformation here. There could be a person that's a Scorpio here, toxic and poisonous. This could be for someone that is, again, this person is probably blocking your finances, or maybe you're going through a transformation and you're kind of seeing that this person is blocking your money. Again, Spirit wants us, you, me, us, we're all a part of this together, to treat ourselves. And the devil is angry because there's a spirit of awareness that's happening. People are no longer getting stuck in the 3D and what they see. They're learning to question things at this particular time. It's time to become exclusive and understand that you are worthy of this exclusivity, okay? I love you. I am sending you so much prayer and divine intervention. All right, if this reading resonated with you, let me know. Tell me in the comments what Who or what have you given access to you, and how has it shifted your life? Or if you realize someone that you gave access to didn't mean you any well, how did you cut the cords? All right, love you guys. Bye. Sending you so much love.